I want to tell you that I have half prepared, all over the sitting room, the most beautiful presentation of 5 transformations in sound. And then something happened, and I felt so sick I couldn't move. And therefore it's still all over the sitting room, and it's going to get organised when I go home, and I'll use it next year. And I know you'll like it. It's so beautiful and so subtle, but pain came in the way as a teacher. That was interesting. But you know, behind the thought I had of these 5 transformations and sound is the subtlety of sound. When the leaves are falling off the tree and we're walking in nature, when a colour appears even on the leaf of an autumn leaf or a springtime leaf or a leaf covered in snow, and those give us an indication of the season. And my sense lately is that when we all know this, when we connect with our sight and smell and heart with that thing that is happening to the leaf and the process that the tree or the bush or the flower took from the soil to produce that extraordinary cellular structure, is very little different actually to producing ourselves. And it's all around. And that gives us the seasons upon which the 5 transformations are partly based. And it's cyclical, and we are cyclical. And as I listen these days, because I call myself the dinosaur, you know, I haven't got a mobile and I don't know much about computers. So I do have a foot in the dinosaur world and how they were formed. But more and more I see that we are part of these thousands and thousands and thousands of years of transformation to become here. I don't know that the electrical world as we understand it at the moment is helping us, because everybody I see is not grounded, they have no earth, and this element of stress is very, very pervasive, as we all know. And because I don't have the sounds with me, I thought the idea that really, why did I want to go to those sounds and look a little bit further back at how strong and healthy and beautiful and visionary we are, and all the people we see and all the clients, all the people who come to talks. There is another world out there that we all are very aware of at the moment. So it's the world of plastic in the ocean killing virtually everything there. Everything that nourishes us. There's the overuse of fossil fuels. Every single one of us must be conscious of this as we are about how we cook. I really believe this. The atmosphere that we can't see is full of particles that are changing the way our cells form, the way we think, the way mothers and fathers look at the baby that came from their union. And this is the future. There are millions and millions of people who don't have a home to go to. Here we are, how privileged we are, how lucky we are. I don't know if you've ever been in a forest on your own just for 1 week, surviving. But the universe and all the things that are unfashionable to speak about in terms of words, they all come to us. I always think of a young child I saw when I was lucky enough to be in Africa quite a lot as a child. And a 9-year-old boy was totally confident to go into this whole world with the stars and the sky and the sun and put one leg up against the other and balance on one leg and look after the cattle for 24 hours. Nothing bothered him. He was afraid of nothing. Very, very interesting. Of course, there are other aspects of that too. And so I thought of these people, and I felt as a wonderful group together, and as something I missed when I went into the pain, I think I tried so hard to come here, and the incredible natural energy of everybody here has made me feel so, so much better. Thank you all very much indeed. So I think that's another part of us all coming together. And if you're in agreement, I would like us to really compose ourselves and sit very straight and relaxed and put our mind, if we had been bombed out of our house, if we had lost so much, many of us of course have lost, we have all lost, it's part of life's journey, but there are so many thousands, and then there are people whose minds and hearts who lead. We want to open those minds and hearts so that they are filled with their own natural wisdom, that they do not feel they want to be dictating. They want to be in charge. We all need somebody in charge. But they do it in the wisest, most humanitarian way possible. And all cultures who use animal products to promote their own health, they see the light that this is simply not necessary anymore, that they can get all the healing they need in another way. And my suggestion for this is really simple. I'm going to put down the talking stick, and in a time-honored way, let's stretch our arms very relaxed, straight out in front, with the palms facing out, and maybe you have a particular direction in your heart, mind that you want to think about. And in your most beautiful way, let's send to all those places that need healing and support and financial support and the love of every god and goddess that was ever imagined. Let us send them the sound 5 times of Su. Breathing in, Su. And lowering the hands, let us each individually send our own light to those places. Bringing our hands together, thanking one another. And I'm now handing over to Greg Johnson for the rest of the journey.
Thank you. Thank you.